This conference will now be recorded.
So what is the different types of filters we have it? Anyone can tell me?
For extract filter, data source filter, context filter, dimension filter, measure filter, user filter.
Okay, so we know that dimension filter and measure filter already, right?
Yes, sir.
If you drag the dimension field into filter shelf, you are filtering the data on dimension field, we can call it dimension filter. Okay. If you are dragging measure field into filter shelf and filtering the data, that's we have the measure filter. So what are the rest of the filter types? What is mean by extract filter? Okay, what is mean by extract filter? Let me connect to the
Extract the data from data source.
yeah. So I will show you the practically. So just I given you definitions earlier. I will show you today how it will be work. I want to connect to the SQL server. I'm going to data source. Okay, I want to connect to the SQL server database. So how I can get it? Add Microsoft SQL Server. Okay, what is the server name? We need to provide the server name here. Okay, my server name is whatever the server name here. You need to give it that. Okay, Control C and try to paste it here. This is the server name. Okay, database is optional. Which kind of authentication you are using? Windows authentication. Click on sign in. The data source is connected. You can go for select the database. I want to connect to the DW 2019 database. Okay, so now you can see what are the tables are there in that particular table. All right. So let me remove this model here. So right. So now I want to take that customer table, drag the customer table into canvas. Bin product name group this runnings on the non-existing. Okay, let's do one thing. Okay, we have the dim customer table. Update now. You can click on update now. You can see the data. What kind of data is there in the table, right? So if I go for live connection, new sheet I'm creating. Click on new sheet. You can see that all the fields here. What are the fields are there in the table? We are getting all. All right. So let otherwise just let me close this. I'm closing this window. I want to connect to Microsoft SQL Server database. Already given the database. Sign in. Go for select the adventure work 2019 and a dim customer. I'm dragging into here. Dim customer table. Okay. Just click on new sheet. So you can see that what kind of fields are there in the table. We are getting all here. Right. List of fields. Okay. Go for build simple report here. We have the first name and the last name we have it, and gender, and we have it email. Okay, all email address and gender also can drag to next to it. Okay, gender as well. So simple, the data which we are getting from data. So we are in which type of connection now? What's the type of connection we are in now? You guys can hear me? What is the type of connection? Bharat, which type of connection we are using?
We are in live connection.
Or Srini? Yeah, but tell me when I'm asking. Okay, we are in live connection. So the data always be there in the database, MySQL Server database. I have a data in the SQL Server. Here I have the data. That's we are getting into the Tableau visualization. So I want to go for extract the data. I want to go for create extract the data. So whatever the data I have in the SQL Server customer table, I want to extract into .hyper file format. How we can do that? We can go with the data source level here, right? Go with the data source. Just change this radio button, live connection to the extract connection. Click on it. Okay, we are changing the extract connection. What client suggested to me, so you can just extract the data, the gender male only. I don't want female data into my extract. Okay, only extract the male, gender is male. Okay, so don't extract the female data. So how we can do that? Then we need to, while we are extracting, I want to filter the data where gender is male only. Okay, that's while you are extracting, go for edit option here. We have a filter. Okay, filter option, add. So gender, select the gender, click OK. So I want to select only male, not female. My extract file. I'm not selecting the F. Okay, click OK, click OK. So you can have that only male data, not female data. My extract can have only male data, not female data. I want to save this file, underscore mail I can is that save. Okay, it's contain only male data. Can we see that the gender is changed? So earlier it was male and female both. Now we have only male, because while we are extracting the data, we filter it out. We filtered only consider that male. Okay, here if you do the filtering process here, that's we can call it as the extract filter. The filter you apply while extracting the data, that's we can call it as the extract filter. While you are extracting the data, if you apply any filter, that filter we can call it as a extract filter.
Sure, sir, I have doubt.
Yeah.
We can change anything, not only gender also. We can edit anything, right? Apart from gender, if the client wants.
No, I didn't get your question. Where you want to be edited?
No, no. If you want to edit in extract, as you said now,
Hmm.
you go for a gender, right? So apart
Hmm.
from gender, we can edit some other
Yes,
option
yes.
also, right?
Whatever
That's
the
what I'm saying.
whatever the level you want to do it, you can do it. Gender already gender male, and again he said that only take that male or female. Gender male or female, fine. Married, unmarried, that marital status. Click OK. And single or male you want it. I want to go for only single. Okay. Click OK. So then gender male and marital status single. Only this combination data can be okay. Dot hyperfile can hold that only that male and single. Okay, only that related data you can find it. If suppose you can go with marital status here, single. Okay, while you are extracting the data, you are filtering, you are applying a filter. That's we can call it as extract filter. Clear that? Any question? What is mean by extract filter means while you are extracting the data into in memory, we can apply any filter. That's we can call it as a extract filter. Filtering the data while extracting is called as extract filter. Okay, clear that? Any question? Filtering the data while extract creation, we can call it as extract filter. Applying a filter while extracting the data, we can call it as extract filter. What is the next filter type? We have it at data source level, data source level filter. Extract filter only applicable for that extract connection. Okay, the extract filter can apply only for extract connection. Okay, we have one more filter type is called as data source. So the filter is here. See that filters zero. Add one more filter. So if you do data filtering at data source level, that's we can call it as a data source level filter. This is a data source, right? Okay, if you are filtering the data at data source level, that's we can call it as a data source level filter. The data source level filter can apply for live connection and extract connection. For the both the connections, you can apply the data source level filter. Extract filter only for extract connection, right? So when we go for data source level filter, you can apply for the live connection and extract connection both for the both the connections. Okay, add. So what type of filter you want to apply it? Total income something you can mention it. Yearly income is greater than 50,000. The yearly income whose income is more than 50,000. Those data I want to get into from the data source. So data source level, I am restricting the data where the source data is, where the total income, yearly income is greater than 50,000. Only those things I want to be see in my visualization. I am restricting it to data source level. Go for see this guys, total yearly income, it should be greater than 50,000. You cannot find anybody below 50,000 here because we applied a condition. I want to show only the yearly income is greater than 50,000, those guys only. Okay, you can see these are all more than 50,000. So which is the filter you can apply at data source level? That's we can call it as data source level filter. What is the advantage of the data source level filter? Automatically it can be applied to all the sheets which are the data source. So from this data source, what are the filter can be reflect with this filter. All sheets can be reflect with this filter. So suppose you want to remove it, just go for edit it and remove the filter. Data can be shown in the all the sheets. What are the sheets you created with the same data source? Those can be reflect with this filter. Okay. So this is the data source The filter which we can apply at data source level, we can call it as a data source level filter. Okay, it can be applied to the all the worksheets. Clear these two. What is the extract filter and data source level filter? Any
Clear.
they will ask you question that what is the difference between extract filter and data source level filter? Can anyone tell me what is the difference between extract filter and data source level filter? The filter which we can apply at data source level is called as data source level filter. Okay, what is the difference between extract filter and data source level filter? Any one of you? What is the difference? Nani, what is the difference? What is the difference between extract filter and data source level filter?
Sorry, is office meeting in Nani.
Okay. So, Bharat, what is the difference between extract filter and data source level filter?
Data source filter is we can directly connect to different data sources. Okay.
Mhm. So, just note it down. Extract connection, right? Extract will work on extract filter can apply on only extract connection. Okay. Data source level filter can work for the live connection and extract connection for both. Extract filter only work for the extract connection. Extract filter can only work for the extract connection. Data source level filter. Data
Mhm.
source level filter can apply for the both the connection, live connection and extract connection. Can apply for the both the connections, live and extract. Okay, clear the difference. So that's a major difference of that data source level filter and extract filter.
No.
Yeah. Okay, next. So we have seen that extract filter, data source level filter, context filter and user filter is both is pending. Right. Filters we can go for user security level. Leave it user filters. So we have it context filter. What can anyone tell me that what is a context filter?
The context filter will create temporary space and load the data.
Say that context filter Tableau will
It will
create a
space.
temporary space data into it. Okay. Let me show you the example first where we can use the context filter for use the context filter. I have taken the sample superstores data source and okay. So I want to see that a subcategory wise sales. Okay, sales. This is each subcategory wise sales. And category show filter I can put it. Category show filter I can put it. So when I select furniture, what we are getting? Furniture related subcategories, right? And when I select that office supplies, we are getting office supplies related subcategories. Okay, when I select the technology, what we are getting here? Technology related subcategories. When I select all, we are getting all the subcategories which are related to furniture, office supplies, and technology. Is it clear? We put it as a category as a show filter. When I select a furniture, I'm getting that. I'm getting the furniture related subcategories. When we go for select that office suppliers from the filter, we are getting office suppliers related subcategories. Of category technology we selected, we can get it technology related subcategories. All right, is it clear? Now, can anyone tell me that what is the order of execution? Order of execution of the filters.
Extract filter, data source level filter, context filter, dimension filter, measure filter, user filter.
Extract data source, context to dimension filters, measure filters.
Okay. So other than that, LOD functions and operations, only the order of the filters is this. Okay. Whenever where you get that fixed LOD and don't forget it. When you say that what are the different types of filters, only this you can say that order of execution of the filters, you need to include the fixed LOD functions. Okay, best you can go for include that sets and groups as well. That would be fine. But you should be include this extract filter and data source level filter. We have it. Next, you can observe that we have the context filter and dimension filter. Okay. So now this filter is what is the type of this filter? We have category dragged into filter shelf and filtering the data on based on what type of filter it is.
Context filter,
No,
then dimension filter,
dimension filter because we saying that any dimension field you drag into filter shelf and filtering the data on it, we can call it as a dimension filter. Right? Got my point? Everyone now.
Yes.
This
yes,
is a
got it.
dimension filter. This is a dimension filter. Okay, so I can go for create one more dimension filter. First, I will tell you what is my requirement. So when I go for all, we are getting all subcategories. So when I select the furniture, when I select the furniture, we are getting all the subcategories related to furniture. All the subcategories related to furniture. My requirement is I don't want all the subcategories. I want to show only top three. I want to show only top three subcategories. When I select furniture, which are the top three here? Chairs, tables, bookcases. I want to see only these three from the furniture. Okay. When I go for select office supplies, I want to see top three from the office supplies: storages, binders, and appliances. Okay. When I select technology from the category filter, only phones, machines, accessories. Only these three, top three from each category. Top three from the each category. Suppose if any case you selected these two, office supplies and technology. I want to see that which are the top three from these two categories. Okay, from these two categories, which are the top three, I want to get it. So phones, storages, binders. If you select all from the all the subcategories, which are the top three, I want to get it. From the all the subcategories, which are the top three, I want to get it. When you select three, I want to get chairs, phones, storages. Okay, clear my requirement. Any questions here? I want to bring that any situation, any selection you do, furniture you selected, furniture related top three. The furniture related top three are chairs, tables, bookcases. Okay, when I select office supplies, storages, binders, appliances. Okay, these three I wanted. When I select technology, I want to see only phones, machines, accessories. Okay, top three from each category I wanted. If you select all the categories, from the all the categories, which are the top three performers, I want to get those three. So those three are chairs, phones, and storages. How can we get that? So the first filter is this. I want to bring the furniture I selected, furniture related data I want to show it. What is the next filter we need to be apply? Top, right? From where we can apply top three, I want it based on subcategory, right? So can I go for this subcategory filter? We have option filter, click on filter. Top we have option by field, right? Apply. Okay. So here the top three filter I applied on which field? The top three filter I applied on which field?
Subcategory.
Subcategory. Subcategory is which type of filter it is?
Context filter. Context.
Where you said that it's a context filter. It's a dimension filter,
Okay.
right? Subcategory is a dimension field. So it's a dimension filter.
Okay.
So now we have a two dimension filters, right? One is category level we are filtering, and second one is we are filtering on subcategory. Both are dimension fields. So these two filters independently it will go to the data source independent separately. It doesn't touch anything. It will go separately to the database and fetch the data related to them. Okay, they will fetch the data related to them. So what if we selected furniture? Furniture will go when you selected furniture. Tableau send a query to database, get the furniture related data, get the data. So then Tableau will bring that what are the subcategories are related to furniture. Those three will be output. Okay, right? What it will do? Subcategory we have a top three. So subcategory what it will do is it will send separately to the database the top three subcategories from the database. Okay, I'll show you example. So it is little bit tricky. You need to be concentrate here while I'm explaining. So you have a data like this. I'm exporting into the Excel file. we have a data like this. All right. We have the category, subcategory, and sales. What are the two types of dimension filters which we have it? One is a category, and second one is a top three on subcategory. Okay, two dimension filters we have it. So Tableau, what it will do is when you say that category I selected, from the category I selected furniture, right? Furniture. What Tableau will do, it will create a query, it will send to the database, bring the related data. So it will come to here furniture, and furniture related data will get into the visualization. Okay, what are we have it? Furniture and related subcategories. If we have this, so next top three on subcategories. More dimension filter is there. It is also separately go to the database. Okay, it is also go to the separately database, and what it will bring? Top three subcategories from the database. It doesn't consider that which category it is. Okay, it's not considered by this. It is doesn't consider this. Okay, what are the top three filter you are applying? It doesn't consider, only it will consider this subcategory and sales. So each subcategory, what are the subcategories we have it? I want to get the top three. So which are the top three here? Which are the top three? Chase, storages,
Tables.
phones. So only considered only subcategory and sales, which are the top three. Shares is 3,38,000. Okay, and storage is 2,24,000. And phones is 3,31,000. Is it clear? Any confusion? So when you import, those two dimension filter independently go for hit the database. So when we have the people in the room, they can independently go for get the whatever they wanted. Okay, they want to go for meet that particular person, they independently go it. So my furniture filter want which are related to furniture. When I have the subcategory wise top 10, it doesn't consider there is a category I need to follow this. They don't follow anything. Just they can go for send the query subcategory wise, which are the top three. So based on the sales, what are the sales is top three level? Those subcategories will be here. Okay. Finally, the combined data I want to show in a report. Combined data I want to show in a report. Okay. When you need to be satisfied the two conditions, right? The two conditions need to be satisfied here. So on the operator, there is no or operator, two conditions satisfied there. So two data sources. So finally, want to show the data. What would be the output here? So what is the result when we go for combine these two data sets? So here chairs is there, here chairs is there. Is there any common data other than that?
No.
It's a common data. And
Phone,
means what?
phones is there,
Data
sir.
is commonly there in the here phones is there, but in this we have a phones,
No.
right? Which is the commonly there? Chairs only we have it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, the chairs we are getting output when you select the furniture here. That's why the report is showing that chairs in your results. When you go for select the furniture, only chairs we are getting. How the chairs is getting displayed is because of this form. So the commonly chair is there in the both the data sets. One is for the furniture related data, one is for the top three. That's why you are getting chairs in the out, only chairs you are getting in the results. Okay, suppose if you selected office supplies, if you selected office suppliers here, what happens? So see that. So other than furniture, I am selecting office supplies. Okay. So when I go for office, Tableau will go for get this office supplies related data. One filter will get that office supplies related data from the database. Okay. Another filter is what? What is the another filter? We have it. Guys, be active. Don't sleep. Okay. Tell me that. What's another filter? We have it.
Top three on subcategory.
Top three and
Uh,
sub. So if we go with the top three with a subcategory in the database, what fields we can get it again here? Chairs
Accessories,
and
bookcases.
our storage. So generally the data is there. You can ask me some questions if you don't understand it. I will explain it again. Don't sit silent and
Storage,
then phone.
phones.
So why these three only getting? If you don't ask questions, I will ask you why we are getting only these three.
Yeah, value is high, sir. Chair 335, and one more phone is
These are
331.
these are high.
Storage,
These are the values are high in the subcategory top three. If we go with
yeah,
consider only subcategory and sales, subcategory is highest value holding the highest sales. Right? That okay. So when we go for combine, so my report have the two filters. One is the category filter, second filter is the top three. So when we are applying two conditions, always those condition needs to be satisfied. Two conditions are there. Of people is there. There is a group of people, right? Who has age of 30, who has age of 30 condition. So we can separate it age of 30 into one side, right? Second condition I want to apply is who got 7 marks. So if you consider only or you consider both, age 30 should be there. At the same time, they have the 70. Then what is the condition here? And the person at the same time, he have the 70% of marks inside. Otherwise, stand outside of it. Okay, is the point is clear? Same kind of condition we are applying here. Two conditions are there. One is the value should be related to that office supplies first. Category should be office supplies, right? And I want to get the top three. I want to get the top three sales, top three subcategories. The top three are these two. So when I want to get apply these two filters to one report, we need to apply a condition, right? Both need to be satisfied. And operator, I can put it here.
output is storage, sir. Storage.
Output would be storage.
Storage.
Let's see that same results you are getting. Office suppliers, you can get it storage. We are getting the storage. Suppose we selected technology. If I selected technology, okay, the phones is the output. How it would be phones is output, you can see it. If you select technology, this is the data set we can get it, replacing with office supplies. Okay, this is the technology related. The first filter get the technology related information. The second filter, what you wanted? You want to get the top three from the subcategory basis, right? Then,
Output is phones.
then phones. Phones is commonly there in the both the data sets. But as for our requirement, as for the data it's showing, it's correct. But what is our requirement here? I want to show that top three, not one. It's getting only top one for the particular one. But our requirement is I want to bring the top three subcategories based on the selection, right? Top three subcategories based on selection. If we want to get the top three here, in this case, if you want to get the top three, you need to use that context filter. You need to use that context filter. Okay, so far what I explained is how the filters behave in the Tableau. I explained it. If we have the two filters, category one filter on top three filter, these filters generally independently hit the database. Okay, they don't go for validate each other, just they can go for independently get the data. Once data is reached, they need to apply the and condition satisfied, which are the satisfying this both the condition, bring the data into visualization. That's why the data we can see only one record. Okay, but I want to see the top three records. So how I can get is, if you want to display that, you need to make a context filter. How you can apply the context filter and which field you can apply the context filter? Generally, if I select a furniture, in the furniture, what are the top three subcategories I want to write? So which is the highest level? Category is the highest level, right? Under the category, which are the different subcategories are there? I want to get the top three. So go for the category, more options in the filter shelf. Okay, there is a add to context. There is an option called as add to context. If you click on it, if you click on it, you can see top three technology related subcategories we are getting. When you go for define the context filter, it represent in brown color. What is the color of it? Gray color. Okay, you can represent the context filter in the gray color. Okay, when you make the context filter category as a technology, what happens? So now I will tell you that when we have the two filters, okay, one filter you make it as a context. Okay, when you make it as a context, what happens? When you make it filter as a context, category as a context, Tableau will create a temporary space. Tableau will create a temporary space. And the first filter will execute. You selected office suppliers, right? You selected office suppliers. It will get the office suppliers related data into the temp space. It will get the office suppliers related data into the temp space. Just I'm removing this color. Okay, office suppliers related data into the temp space. So let me take this. First filter, it's going to the database and getting the data into it. Okay, let me color it. So when you say that office supplies, only office supplies related data into the temp space. What is the next filter? Top three. So this time when you make it as a context, Tableau doesn't go independently to the database. When you make it as a context filter of the category, it doesn't go directly to the database. Okay, independently doesn't go it. What it will do is the next series of filter can hit the temporary space. It will go for top three subcategories. It will go for it temporary space. It will go for here and it will check that which are the subcategory, top three subcategories. It doesn't consider the other things. Okay, it doesn't consider the other things. It will go for only refer that context filter. In the context filter, you mentioned that office suppliers. So then only it will go for subcategories of office suppliers. From that subcategories, it will bring the top three. From that subcategories, we can get the top three. Okay. At the same time, so when you make the context filter, category as a context filter, Sir, how you can say that? How you can say that both are dimension filters? Category is a dimension filter. Top three subcategory is a dimension filter, right? So how we can say that only it will go first? Okay. Why don't go for top three subcategory as a first? Valid point or not? Why only office suppliers can go first? Already top three by subcategory I applied it in filters. Why don't go for executed first? Hmm? So that's why the point while we are going to be mention it, which filter is executing first? Context filter. In the order of execution first, other than dimension filter, right? So when we go for say that particular category as a context filter, so in the order it will execute first. In the order, the context filter here is category. So it will go for execute first, and that is subcategory dimension filter. It will go for execute, okay, next to the context filter, and it will refer that context filter temporary space. What are the temporary space data is there? It will go for refer it, and it will get the top three subcategories from that. Top three subcategories from that. So that's why now we are getting top three. When you go for selected office supplies related top three. When you select the furniture wise top three. When you select all categories on the top three, we can get it. So this is the advantage of the context filter. This is the advantage of the context filter. When you say that particular field or column as a context filter, Tableau will create a temporary space and it will load the data into that. Series of filters, other filters are there. Those can be refer that context filter. Those can be refer that context filter. Okay, then only we can get a valid data in the visualization. Clear this? What is a context filter?
Yes, sir, clear.
How that data we are getting? What is the advantage of the context filter is clear now?
Sir, it will create temporary space and load the data.
Yeah. And why it's going to be used? What is the purpose of that? If you make it as context filter, we can push the dimension filter in
It
first.
will filter the data
Execute.
from subcategory.
Okay. So when you make it as a context filter, it should be shown in a gray out color. If you have the filter showing gray color, that's a context filter. You need to be understand that there is they applied a context filter here. Okay. Clear with all the filters. So extract filter, data source level filter, context filter, dimension filter, and measure filter. User filter I will tell you later. Okay. These are the different types of filter we have it. And order of execution. So when you say that context filter, it push into the front and it will execute first. Execute it. Okay. Is a particular field as a context filter. Clear this? Now, what kind of options we have in the show filter? Let's go first see that. What are the different types of options we have in the show filter? When you go for right mouse here, we have these many options in the show filter. Okay, these many options in the show filter. So select values list. When you go for select only one value at a time, you can go for use this radio button option. Select single value list. Single value list. Okay, single value list. And I don't want to show all in this. Just make it as a drop down. You can go for use it single value drop down. You can represent in the drop down format. But here also you can select only one category at a time. Only one category we can select at a time. Next, you can go for see the options single value slider option. So you can get a slider on bottom of the category filter. So you can just click on the slider. You can see values are changing in the report. Okay, you can observe that there is a values are changing in the report. So what's the next option we have it here? Multiple values list. Multiple values list. So multiple selection we have it, right? Those we can see that. So select more than one. If you want of selection, you do that. And related data we can see in the visualization. Okay. And what else we have it? Multiple values drop down. Multiple values drop down. So here we have the multiple value selection, but changes drop down. You can get that in the drop down itself. Okay. Next, multiple values custom list and multiple wildcard match. This custom list means you need to be type it. What kind, which category you want it? Manually, you need to type it. Technology, type it. Then only the related data we can get it. And what is mean by wildcard is you can go for see the card match. I want to go for see furniture start with F, right? F. Okay, I want to see that office supplies OF, office supplies related. This is a wildcard match. Okay, these are the major options. It's a main options which we have it related to the dimension filters. So single value list, single value drop down, single value slider, multiple values list, multiple values drop down, multiple value custom list, and wildcard match. Okay, these options for all dimension filters we can get it. When you go with a measure filter, it will be different again. So based on requirement, we can go for choose it. Based on requirement, we can go for chooses which one we want it. Very regularly we can use it multiple values drop down. Very frequently using option is this one. Okay. And next, let's we go for show you today something. So filters is clear, right? Dimension filter majorly, and if you go for see that
Sir, can you
measure,
explain data source filter, sir? I didn't.
yeah, data source level filter is the filter which we can apply at data source level. Data source
Okay.
level filter
Hmm.
we can apply filter data source level, but it can be applied on the both the connect apply on the both the connections, live connection and extract connection.
Okay.
If you go with extract filter only apply for the extract connection, extract filter, right? It's a live
Hmm.
connection. Whereas if we go with the data source level filter, it can be applied for the both the connections. Okay, if you go for add here, you can apply in the live connection and extract connection, both the connection. At the same time, if you apply a filter and data source level, worksheets you can create with the same data source. Data source is nothing but this is the data source for the reports which you can build it. So what are the filter you can apply at data source level? That filter can be affected all the worksheets you build using that particular data source. How many worksheets you created using this data source, all can be affected with this filter. Okay, one filter you can apply at data source level. How many worksheets you can create with the same data source, all can be reflected with this. Suppose one more example I will show you. So what is the data source we are using now? We are using that sample superstores, right? So let me go for create a filter year wise sales. So how many years we have it? 4 years of data we have it, right? 4 years of data I have it here. Now one more sheet I can create it. I can go for segment wise sales and profit. Segment wise sales and profit. Okay, you can take 2021, 2022. Two sheets are there. Four which I created just now. So client asked how many reports are there. In all the reports, I want to restrict that 2019 and 20 data. I don't want to show this 2019 and 20 data in my all reports. After you created 100 reports, they said that restrict the 2019 and 20 in all the reports. Okay, show only 2022. Here also I don't want it 2019, 2022, only 2021, 2022. So you can go for each and every sheet, drag the particular filter into filter shelf, and you can uncheck that, right? What years you don't want it, you can go for select here. You just uncheck this 2019 and 2020. You can restrict the data in the visualization. Okay, for each and every sheet, 100 sheets, you need to go for it. How much time it will take it? One day it will take it. More than one day. Okay. So other than that, is there any option I want to restrict in a single click? You can directly go for data source level. Okay, add a filter, add, okay, and order date selected. Here you can select it. Keep only 2021, 2022. Uncheck those 2019 and 20. Now you can go for check your reports. It will get only 2020, 2022 data. Okay, that is the advantage of the data source level filter.
Okay, sir.
Is it clear?
Understood. Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay. All right. Today we can see one more new thing. So if I have a value, sales is there. Okay. I have a sales value and I want to put it right where we have this value here. And I want to align it in center. Alignment is center. We have this value in center and make it as bigger. Okay, this value. For this value background, I want to add a circle. Here, for this value background, I want to add a circle. How I can get that? I want to add a circle of this value background. So simple. You can go for here
Shape,
marks. Automatic is there, right? From the
shapes.
automatic,
Shape.
you can select the shapes or circle.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
shapes. Okay, and under the shapes, we have the different types of circles: filled circle, or square, or triangle, or we have a diamond. Like different is there. So which one you want it? You can just go for select it. Right? Which one you can go for it? You can just select it. You got it? We can add the background of this. So now I have a filter category and drag it here. The show filter. Make it as show filter. So what is when I select furniture, I can put it as single value selection. It is a single value list. Okay, when I select furniture, I want to see the furniture image. When I select office supplies image I want it. When I select technology related image I want to see that. Okay, can we get it? So furniture, I want to go for circle. As a furniture, I want to display circle. Office supplies, square. Technology, triangle. Circle, square, triangle, I want to display that. When I select furniture, circle I wanted. Office supplies, square, triangle. Technology, triangle, I want to display it. Okay, how can we get it? I don't want to show all. If you want to enable this all option, also we have an option. More you can go for is customize. Show all values option is there. Uncheck it. Customize, uncheck it. We cannot show all the option also. Okay, quickly tell me that how I can get it. Excuse me. What I'm saying is furniture, circle, office supplies, suppliers, technology, triangle. Where we have this all shapes, you can say that immediately these are all available in shapes. First option, right? I want to go for different shape for the each category. Furniture is one shape, office supplies is one shape, and technology one shape. What I need to do if I want to get the different shapes?
Sir, first select category, drag into the column shelf. Column shelf.
Drag in, not column shelf. I don't want to put it in columns. Why we
Okay.
required column? Not required. Okay, put it into entire view. The circle is here.
Okay.
Okay, technology into
Okay.
circle. Office supplies also square. Office furniture plus symbol we are getting. For the furniture, what I'm saying, circle. Double click on it. Furniture, select the circle. Apply it and select the office supplies. Square is there, fine. Technology, I want to get the triangle. Double click on this legend. Technology, triangle you can select. See that? Now you are getting. Really want to get the double click on the shapes. We have the different shapes options. You can go for choose that which shape you wanted. When I select the technology, I want to get the mailbox. Image type is mail. When I select office supplies, I want to get that bulb. When I select furniture, the default select shapes palette. We have the multiple shapes are there. You can go with bug. Can you see it? What a selection you do related image you can display. Suppose our custom images we want to get display that. Go with that. Google it. What are the images you wanted? You can download it. So I want to get some images. Okay, furniture. This is my furniture image. Save copy link, save image option is there. This one I can go for save image. So where we need to save this image is go for documents. There is a my Tableau repository. There is an option called as my Tableau repository folder. Under that folder we have a shapes option. Okay, you can create new folder. Okay, custom you can put it whatever the name you want it. Save here. Name it as furniture. Next we have it office supplies. Okay, this is the office supplies I can consider it. Save image as office. And what else we need? Technology. Take the technology. Any image you can take it. These things I want to be taken as. Don't go with a WebP, WPP file. It doesn't support. Just JPG or PNG file you need to be selected. Okay. Cancel it. Just save this. JP is there. Technology. Done, right? 3. I want to display those 3 images in my report. Right. So just go for furniture. So reload shapes. Click and go for select that. Do you have that folder you created? Custom. For the furniture, I want to select the sofa. Apply it. Okay. And for technologies, you can go for select that. Here we have a legendary. Double click on what I wanted technology for. Computer. Apply. Okay. And office suppliers, double click on this, go for select shapes, custom, office suppliers. Okay, can you see those as images? You can make it as bigger size, you can increase it. So this is the way dynamically you can change the images in your data using the filters. Dynamically we can change the images. Clear? Any questions? All right, next concept, simple concept I will explain you. Anyone can tell me that what is mean by hierarchy? What is mean by hierarchy?
Hierarchy is a pattern.
Okay, what is a hierarchy?
It's
So you
easy
can
to
see,
delete at a more detail level.
yeah.
Detail level
So
in
you
same
can
easy
see
to.
that exactly. So you can see that here hierarchy. This is the guy stands in the topmost. He's the head of this hierarchy, right? So otherwise, these 5 people are there. For these 5 people, he may be the head, right? That's why we can call him as a parent. These 5 members are right. This is the parent, and these are all the child. He's the head, and these are the children's kind of thing. If you go with each person, they can have the 2 more childs. So this guy is a parent for these childs, right? Okay, again if we can go for that person, he can have the 2. So this we can call it as a hierarchy. This we, okay, so we should know that who is the parent for the particular child. The order we should be know that. Okay, then only you can create a more attractive visualization. So that kind of hierarchy, what is mean by its hierarchy, we can build it. So let me go for create hierarchy of time dimension. So how the time dimensional hierarchy would be, it would be like this. So as a year you can consider that each year can have that 6 months period would be there. Okay, that's they are saying that semester even, semester odd. Don't consider the 6 months period. Each year can be divided into 4 quarters, right? Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. So here is the parent. Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 are the child, right? So for each Q1 or Q2, each quarter can be divided again into three childs. Q1 can have the January, February, March as the months. Q2 have the April, May, June as the childs. Q3 has the July, August, September, and Q4 October, November, December. So here months are the child of the quarters. Quarter is the head of the months, right? So when again you can go with each month. Each month can be divided into 30 days, or you can say that 4 weeks. You can divide the month into 4 weeks. Each week days. So here, can we put the days into topmost level? We cannot put it. Can you put the days into above the Q quarter? No. Should be combine the days. We can create a month. We can combine the 3 months. We can say that quarter. We can combine the 4 quarters. We can say that year. So this know that this order we should be know that, and we can create a attractive, we can create a hierarchies. So these kind of hierarchies we can create in the, these kind of hierarchies we can create in the Tableau. The levels you should be know that. For this is only for time dimensional hierarchy. Similarly, you can create for geographic hierarchy as well. Let me see the geographic hierarchy. Here you can see. So when you go for nation India, we are taking India as a country. The country can be divided into multiple states, right? Combination of all the states we can call it as an India. 28 states or 30 states we have it. Those combination we can call it as India, right? So India is the head of that all the states. Country is the head of all the states. And when we go for each state, there is a districts. Each state can be divided into multiple districts, right? We can combine those all districts. We can call it as a state. Okay, what are the states are there, what are the districts are there for the particular state? We can see that if we go with a particular district, there will be a mandals, right? We have the particular mandals in the particular district. Again, the mandal can have the villages, each mandal. So we can say that I am a Guntur district, so we have so many mandals. In each mandal we have the 100 villages, 250 villages, 100,000 villages would be there. So this is the hierarchy. So village is the least level of hierarchy. Country is the highest level of hierarchy. Country is the highest level of hierarchy. So you need to create this order. When you click on India, so total India wise population how much? Total India wise population more than 100 crores. So when I go with the state, click on India, you can, what are the states are there in India, you can see that, and each state wise how much population is there. The total population can be divided into each state wise. When you click on the particular state, when you click on the particular state, we can go for see that what are the districts are there, and each district wise what is the population. Okay, in which district we have the highest population. Those things we can see, right? Same way we can drill into that the detail level, village level. You can go for village level on particular village how much is there. Okay, this way you can drill into the village level. We can call it as a drill down. So from India to country level to you are going to village level, then we can call it as a drill down. Okay, again you are going to be village to country level. So you can call it as a drill up. Okay, drill up. So let's go for try to understand it today. Tomorrow I can show that how we can create the hierarchies. Clear? What is the hierarchy and how big it would be? So employee hierarchy you can take it. CEO is the head of the hierarchy. Under the CEO we have the directors or vice presidents. Under the vice presidents we have the directors. Under the director we have the senior managers. Under the senior manager we have the managers. Under the manager, we have the employees, right? This is the hierarchy of the organization. Who is the head here? CEO is the head of the entire hierarchy, and the employee is the. So the order we should be know that. Clear guys? Any questions? Okay, so we can wind up the session here today. So try to be work on those things. Yesterday dashboard, create that same dashboard again. But what you need to do is add some background for this. What are the KPIs you created? For those KPIs, you create the background shapes. Okay, so what are the KPIs you created? For those KPIs, put the background shapes, circle. For the sales circle, you can put it. For profit, you can put the triangle. For discount, you can put that square. Like you can put the background images each and every KPI. Okay, and try to build the same. All right, now you can get it top. If you want to display the top 10 customers, you can apply the context filter. Then you can customers also. Okay, clear that? Okay, try to work on these things today. Tomorrow we can go for finish the hierarchies and how we can filter the data based on measure and date field we can see tomorrow. Okay, date field and measure how we can filter the data we can see tomorrow. Thank you, everyone.